Good morning, gang. I hope you had a great weekend. What's going on? So an article came out by Chris Kirschner and Brandon Cuddy of The Athletic, and they're giving their predictions on what the Yankees are going to do this offseason. And I want to run it by you folks because I want to know what you all think of this. And again, this is to me, it's a combination of volume and quality, but it's definitely one that's doable, right? Definitely one that they have signing two big players and trading for one big player. Okay. And the player's not named Juan Soto. So this is where, a dynamic is thrown into this. So there's going to be a lot more of these types of things that come out from other folks. And then, with ours. And then once the actual offseason happens, we'll see what actually does take place. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you're a Yankee fan or just a baseball fan in general, no matter who your team is, so that you don't miss any of the important news and details that come out. Okay. And I will keep you filled in on everything. I thank you for subscribing. If you do, be sure to hit the notification bell as well. That way you know exactly when things do come out live time. That way you get up to the date news on everything. So what they're saying, they're predicting is the Yankees do two things. Let's go to the two signings first. Number one, they're going to spend $200 million on Yoshinobu Yamamoto. They will get him. Okay, they will get him from Japan. Japan's probably the best pitcher to come out of Japan in our lifetime. So that he's going to add to. And so they're, in this regard, they're listening to Garrett Cole. Okay, and Garrett Cole's made some points about wanting to supplement the rotation and also increasing the quality of the roster construction and the backup players and all and so on and so forth. So, but adding another pitcher of his stature, especially when we don't know whether Carlos Rodon's going to be reliable as a number two here. So, but if he does, you add Yamamoto to that, and we have a very deadly three-headed monster here. So they have him signing Yamamoto for $200 million. Then they have him bringing in Cody Bellinger. Okay, now this is where I've kind of provided alternatives for a couple of reasons. Number one, it comes with a qualifying offer. Okay, so he's going to cost more than money. He's going to cost draft picks, okay, and international spending money too, as well as a contract of probably a sizable length and a sizable amount. I would say at least $200 million. So another $200 million outlay. But I mean, the major question that crosses my mind on a regular basis is he going to be able to repeat what he did last year? Okay, last year was not his MVP season. His MVP season was a 2019, right? And it was a great season. He had a good year last year, and I think last year looked like his MVP season because it was such a massive improvement, a massive upgrade over the two awful seasons he had the night before, which begs the question, can he repeat a level of performance that he did last year? That's the major question. Or is this a shot in the dark? Is this a fluke? Is he going to go back to being non-MVP type, non-superstar type Cody Bellinger? We just don't know that, which is why I'm always proposing a guy like Juan Soto in a trade instead of signing Cody Bellinger, because the consistency is there. He does it every single year, and he's done it there. He's done it that way every single year since the beginning, since he was in the majors at 19. Okay, and yeah, and he's an on-base percentage machine. The only year he was not over 400 was, I think it was the COVID year. He was 388. And aside from that, he's been on-base percentage machine. He draws a lot of walks. He hits a lot of doubles. He gets on base on a regular basis. And it doesn't really matter how. If now he's hitting more home runs. He had 35 this year. So the consistency is there with Juan Soto. Folks tend to give Cody Bellinger the edge over Juan Soto defensively. And okay, that's fine. He's a great defender. So, but again, we don't need an elite defender at every outfield spot. If Soto got here, he was a left-hander. But let's go back to the article. So they have him bring in a Cody Bellinger. Those are the two signings. And then they have him making another trade with the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitching for hitting. Last time they did that, they did him Jordan Montgomery for Harrison Bader. Didn't exactly work out. And I don't know why the Cardinals didn't keep Jordan Montgomery either, since they're starving for pitching. In this particular trade, they have them giving up Clark Schmidt, Randy Vasquez, and Clayton Beeter to the Cardinals for versatile player Brandon Donovan. Okay, and I talked about him recently too. So they got Brandon Donovan, who's just like a super duper utility guy. He's a high on another high on base percentage lefty hitter, just like Bellinger, low strikeout guy. So he puts the ball in play as often as Soto does, which is great. The fact that he hits lefty, and the fact that he gives the Yankees versatility, gives the Yankees two potentially potent bats for the lineup here to go along with a potent starter. And those are the three major moves. They also haven't given Frankie Montes a 1-year prove-it deal on a low salary, and they're bringing him back. They haven't bringing back Wandy Peralta, and everybody else is going. So everybody else is going. But those are the minor things. But the three major moves, they have the Yankees making a statement this offseason. The last time they made a statement was a 2009 offseason when they had this type of level of free agent activity. Okay? And that's not to take anything away from Garrett Cole signing or Carlos Rodon signing and get Aaron Judge re-signing. They're addressing multiple positions with high upgraded players. So those are the moves that they have. You let me know what you think. Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with Yamamoto and Bellinger and Donovan? I would still love for them to bring in somebody like, if they're not going to get one of these guys, then they bring in Lee from South Korea, or Lee and Candelario for versatile infielder. He also hits lefty. He also puts the ball in play, and he can also replace Gleyber Torres' production offensively with an upgrade defensively. So just a thought. But those are the moves that they have him doing. Signing Bellinger, signing Yamamoto, trading for Brandon Donovan. Three significant moves. Very, very significant moves. Okay, they don't talk about them making any other trades or anything like that, but anything is possible. Those are the three major moves that I wanted to run by you and get your insight on. So load up the comments. Let's talk about this. How would you do things differently? And I told you, anytime we get something like this that's different than what we talked about before, I'm going to put it out to you. I'm going to attach this video down below. This article down below so you can read it yourself. Okay? And then we can get a better understanding and, give me your point of view one way or the other, whether you agree with it, whether you think they're nuts, whether you think they won't do that much. And a lot of folks don't think they're going to do anything. And I personally disagree with that, but you never know. They could be right. You never know. But would you be happy with it? I would be happy if they did that. Because, my worry is bringing in Bellinger to be the guy offensively and doing nothing else, and rather than one of the guys. Him and Brandon Donovan, who's coming off elbow surgery, but he's got to prove to be healthy, obviously. But he's young. He's pre-arb. He comes with multiple years of control, which is one reason why it's going to cost them a lot of pitchers. Okay? But they're keeping Will Warren in this trade. They're keeping Drew Thorpe in this trade. They're keeping Chase Hampton. They're three best pitching prospects. They're keeping them. Okay? They're giving Clark Schmidt, yes, an upstart rotation guy with major league experience. They're moving on from Randy Vasquez in this, who's shown to have some ability, but he's got multiple controllable years on the cheap, which the Cardinals could use. And Clayton Beeter, another upstart prospect for the Yankees. But if they're going to give up one of them and keep the other three or four, I'm okay with that personally. But you let me know what you think. Let's talk about this. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you later.